Hello and very pleasant morning to all of you children. Again, I welcome you all to today's session. And today we are going to continue with the Merchant of Venice. We had started with yesterday. We had started with Act 4, Scene 1, and we had completed up till line number 55. Now all of you open your books and we'll do after that, after line number 55. Open your books to Act 4, Scene 1, line number 55. It is page number 158 in your textbooks. All of you open your books. Now, in this speech we have seen, this is Shylock's speech, and we have seen how Shylock has made his intentions clear. How Shylock has made his intentions clear, and he has given justification to it by comparing Antonio with the rats, and he is saying that if there are rats at somebody's house, will that person not poison the rat, even if it is harmless? Similarly, he has said that if there are people who don't like pigs with open mouths. There are people who don't like shrill notes of bagpipe, but there are people who are actually not who don't like cat. So he's saying that he's saying that the answer to Duke's question, that why he wants a pound of flesh from Antonio's body, he says that just because people develop their own liking and disliking towards specific things, that is why he also has developed disliking towards Antonio. Just because people don't like pigs with open mouth and they don't like harmless cat, neither do they like the shrill notes of the bagpiper. That is why, and then when they are asked why they don't like it, they themselves feel very much offended because they are unable to describe the reason why they don't like. That is why he is saying that. That is why he is saying that he has also no such reason. That is why he is saying in that similar manner, he is saying that I have no reason to give for taking a pound of flesh away from Antonio's body. And then he is saying that the case which I am pursuing, the legal procedure that I am following to take a pound of flesh away from Antonio's body, it is going to give no profit to me at all, but I just want to go on with it. I just want to pursue with it. And then he says that a losing suit against him. A losing means unprofitable, something which is not going to yield any profit. So he is saying that I am fighting a losing, unprofitable suit, unprofitable case against him. And then he says, are you answered? Now that I have made myself clear that it depends upon individuals' liking and disliking, and a person cannot describe specifically why people dislike or like certain things. That is why I also want a pound of flesh from this merchant's body, though it is unprofitable to me. It has got nothing to do with my gains. It is not going to benefit me. It is not going to profit me in any way. But still, I want to pursue with the terms and the conditions of the bond. And now I hope that your question, the query that you had put in front of me, it is answered. It is verily answered. Bassanio, there is no answer, thou unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty. Now Bassanio, who is Antonio's friend and who has come all the way from Belmont to save his friend Antonio, says that this is no answer, thou unfeeling man. This is no answer means this is the reply that you have given. It is not at all convincing reply. It is not at all satisfactory reply. And then he says, to excuse the current of thy cruelty. Current means, write down the outpouring emotions. Current means outpouring emotions. Current over here means Current over here means outpouring emotions. outpouring emotions, and then now he's saying that you have given so much justification why you actually want this, but your justification is all baseless. It has got no ground at all, and it is not at all convincing, and you are to excuse the current, to excuse the outpouring emotions that you are showing, exuberating the emotions that is coming from you. It is actually useless, and you are of thy cruelty, means of thy heinous crime, of thy heinous deed, of your heinous deed. It is the reflection of your, the outpouring emotion is the reflection of your emotional, of your cruel deed or heinous deed. Shylock, I am not bound to please thee with my answer. Shylock is saying that it has not at all convinced you. You are saying that my reply that I gave to you, it has not at all convinced you. So let me make it clear to you that I am not willing, I am not bound. It is not a compulsion on me to please you. It is not a compulsion on me to please you with my answer. It is not a compulsion for me that I should satisfy. I should give such an answer where I am able to satisfy you. It is not a compulsion on me. Then Bassanio says, do all men kill the things they do not love? Now Bassanio is actually trying to convince Shylock to take away, to not to go by the terms and the conditions of the bond. That is why he says that there is a simple question that I am putting in front of you. You tell me that there are people in this world who don't like certain things in this world. So do they kill all those things which they don't like? Do they kill all those things which they don't like, or do they actually harm those things towards which they have developed certain amount of disliking? Now, Shylock hates any man the thing he would not kill. Now Shylock is saying that since you are asking me that is it so that people they kill everything they don't like, I am telling you that if there are any men who does not kill something that he truly hates. Now he's saying that my question is, are there people who don't kill the things that actually they don't like? Bassanio, every offense is not a hate at first. Every offense means every fault. Now Bassanio is saying that every fault that is there is not actually the feeling of hatred. In the beginning itself, it is not the feeling of hatred. It should be perceived as a fault. It should be perceived as a mistake. Shylock, what wouldest thou have serpent sting thee twice? Now Shylock is saying that will you give serpent, that is the snake, a chance to sting you twice? If it has stung you one time, will you not kill that serpent, and will you give it another chance to sting you twice? Now I pray, now Antonio's speech. I pray you, this thing you question with the Jew. Now he is saying that I pray you means I request to you, Bassanio, that you think before you question to the Jew, before you put forward any question to in front of this Jew, in front of this man, that is Shylock. You may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait the usual height. Now he is saying that you just remember that you are arguing the Jew. It is somewhat similar to you standing near the seashore and asking the ocean tide not to rise. His response is somewhat similar to the ocean tide. The response of Shylock is compared to ocean tide by Antonio, and Antonio is saying that Bassanio, when you are asking something to the Jew, remember that he is saying that remember it is somewhat similar to you standing near the seashore and asking the ocean tide not to rise. So it is impossible for ocean tide not to rise. We cannot stop the ocean tide. Similarly, he is saying that it is impossible to stop the Jew. You may as well use question with the wolf, why he hath made you bleed for the lamb. Now he is saying that now first he has compared Shylock with the ocean tide. Now secondly he is comparing Shylock with the wolf. Now he is saying that you may ask the wolf why he made the mother sheep bone for the lamb he devoured. Devoured means eat greedily. Devoured means eat greedily. Devoured means eat greedily. Now he is saying that similarly you may ask a wolf the question that why that wolf had eaten up the lamb for which the sheep was mourning, and he had eaten that lamb up greedily, and he did not take into account the discomfort of the mourning sheep. To wag the high tops and to make no noise when they, now he is saying, you may as well forbid the mountain pines. Now mountain pines over here means the mountain, the tall trees that grow on the mountain, the pine trees he is talking about, and he is saying that you may as well forbid the mountain pines to wag, to swing. Wag means to swing. Wag over here means to swing. Wag means swing. Now he is saying that similar just as you might ask the wolf the reason behind the wolf eating up the baby lamb, in spite of the sheep mourning for the lamb, in spite of asking the wolf why the wolf had eaten up the baby lamb, though the sheep was mourning for that lamb, sheep might not be able to give any suitable answer. Similarly, you can stand on the mountain tops and you can see. Then he is saying that you may well forbid the mountain pines. Standing on the top of the mountain where the mountain pines and the tall trees grow, you may forbid them. You may ask them not to swing and to make no noise. And to make no noise means when they swing, there is a sound that is produced. So when they swing, you can ask them not to swing and not to make any noise. When they are threatened, when they are blown, threaten means blown. Threaten means blown. When they are blown, you may ask them not to swing and not to make noise when they are blown by the wind. Now, with the gust of heaven, with the winds from heaven. When the gust of heaven means, gust over here means winds. Gust means winds. With the winds of heaven. With the winds of heaven. You may ask the mountain pines not to swing and make noise when they blow with the winds of heaven. You may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that. You may as well do anything most hard. You may as well make most effort. You may as well put much of the effort in it, to very extensive effort in it. Much of the effort means extensive effort in it, and seek to soften that. And in your search, seek means in your search to soften the punishment. That which what's harder. Now he is saying to soften the what's harder, his Jewish heart. Now he's saying that you may make intensive efforts to soften the heart that is there inside this Jew. And then he says that his Jewish heart, therefore I do beseech you, make no efforts with no further means. Means steps. Means over here means steps. Means steps. Now she's saying that I therefore beseech you. Beseech always means request. I request to you or pray to you. I request to you, make no more efforts. Make no more efforts. Put in no more efforts. Use no further means. Use no further steps. But with all brief and plain conveniency. Brief means short. Brief means short and plain conveniency and plain simplicity. Short and plain conveniency means plain conveniency means convenience. Short and convenient simplicity. Short and convenient simplicity. Short and convenient simplicity. Let me have judgment and the Jew his will. Let me actually accept the judgment and the Jew will have the terms and the conditions of the will. Bassanio, for that 3,000 ducats here is 6. Now Bassanio is making all the possible efforts to save his friend Antonio, who is saying that all the efforts will go in vain, as they all will be futile effort and they are not going to have any impact on the Jew. So but still Bassanio says that here are 6,000 ducats for the 3,000 ducats that Antonio was actually supposed to pay to Shylock. In that return, Bassanio is giving him 6,000 ducats. Then he says, Shylock says, in every ducat, in a 6,000 ducats, were in 6 parts. Now he's saying that if I divide the 3,000 ducats into one single ducat, and that single ducat it multiplied into 6, that is, it increases by 6 times, and every part of the ducat I would not draw them. I will have my bond. Now he's saying that multiplying the ducats into that bigger amount, wherein I multiply if you multiply each ducat by 6, and if each ducat increases by 6 ducats, then also I am not going to have the ducats, and instead I will have the terms and the conditions of the bond. Duke, how shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none? Duke is saying that if you show no mercy to others, then how can you hope for mercy from God for yourself? Shylock, what judgment? Judgment over here means decision. Judgment means decision. What judgment shall I dread? Doing no wrong. Dread means fear, apprehend. Apprehend or fear. Now he is saying, Shylock is saying that what judgment shall I be fearful of? What have I done? What wrong have I done? Why should I be fearful of any sort of judgment? Doing no wrong. He is saying that I am not doing any wrong. So what should I be fearful of? What my apprehension should be? What my fear should be? You have among you many a purchased slave. You have among you many a purchased slave. Purchased means bought slaves, which, like your asses and your dogs and mules, you use in abject and in slavish parts. Now he's saying that you have many slaves whom you have purchased, and like your asses means donkeys, and your dogs and mules, you use in abject and in slavish part, and you use them. You have purchased those slaves, and just like donkeys, asses and mules, you use them for selfish, in your service, and you treat them as your servant. Slavish parts means you make them perform services for you, and you treat them as your servant, because you bought them, because you have purchased them, you have actually paid money for them, you have bought them. Shall I say to you, let them be free? If you are asking me to show mercy towards Antonio, should I tell you also to free those slaves whom you have bought? Free those slaves, let them go. Let those slaves go whom you have bought. Shall I say to you, let them be free? Marry them to their heirs. Marry them to your successors. Will you ever do it? Marry them to your successors. Why sweat die under burdens? Now he's saying, why sweat die under burdens? Now, why do you put so much of load on them, that they are burdened to do some work, they are burdened to perform some task? Let their beds be made as soft as yours. If you are saying that I should let go this man Antonio, then you also let them go away. And why do you actually burden them so much? And then if you stop burdening them, then I am telling you that you prepare their beds also as soft as you prepare bed for yourself. And let their palates be seasoned with such viands. Viands means dishes. Viands means dishes. Viands means dishes or foods. Clear? Clear? Viands means dishes or foods. He says that he's saying that if there are such, he's saying that if you are going to lay, I'm telling you that if you have servants and you set them free without burdening them, and you prepare a bed for them as soft as yours, and then he says that let their palate, treat them in such a way that their palate, that their dish, the dish in which they eat, the palate in which they eat food is also full of delicious dishes and foods similarly as that of yours. And then I say, you will answer, the slaves are ours. The answer, if I ask you to do all these things to your slaves, your answer will be that these are my slaves. Your answer will be that you will not accept it. Instead, you will tell me that the slaves are yours, they are not mine. So do I answer you. So have I answered to your question. So have I given a satisfactory answer to your question. The pound of flesh which I demand of him, the pound of flesh that actually I want from him, is dearly bought, has been bought by me. Is dearly bought, has been bought by me. It's mine and I will have it. It's mine means this, the pound of flesh which I am going to take away from merchant's body, it is mine and I am going to have it. I am going to have it. If you deny me, fie upon your law. Now, fie means shame, humiliation, pity. Fie means shame, humiliation. Pity. Now he is saying that if you deny me what I am actually asking for, then there will be shame upon your law. There will be, your law will be humiliating. and made pity upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice, in the order from the highest authority. Decrees means highest order from the highest authority. Decrees means order from the highest authority. He is saying that there is no force in the there is no force or there is no such order from the highest authority of Venice. Then he says, I shall for judgment answer. I am going to stand for the judgment. I am going to stand to have justice. Shall I have it? Now he is requesting the Duke whether he can have the justice or not. Now he is requesting the Duke that whether he deserves justice or not. Now these are the new words that we have learned. These are the difficult words that we encountered while doing the while reading the text. These are, first one was current, which means outpouring emotions. Second one was devoid, which means devoured means eat greedily. Wag means to swing, and threaten means blown. Gust means winds. Means means steps. Dread means fear or apprehend. Viand means dishes or foods. Fee means shame, humiliation or pity. And decrees means order from the highest authority of a state. Now all these words you all have to revise and read the original text again and see if you have not understood any word, anything in this text. You can have your query tomorrow. Thank you so much children for joining.